For most people, life holds its challenges. The challenges might be the circumstances you grew up in that has created a certain image of yourself or given you certain burdens of pain to carry. Challenges just might be around finances, relationship, friends. Everyone has something that they're dealing with. The challenges might be people around you that you work with, and the challenges could be made more difficult by your own inner pain and the way that you react to whatever is coming towards you in your life. Maybe people that are mean or problems that were unexpected, could be around health. So much variety of things that can happen that we feel pose a difficulty to us. And if we're a pretty normal person, we scramble to try to find the highest way that we know or that we've used in the past to cope, to survive, to deal with the issue. And we have a part of us that goes into thoughts of self-pity, goes into feeling like we are being victimized either by other people or by the circumstances that are happening. Right now, more than ever, there are things happening all around the world at every different level that are posing worldwide challenges. Now, again, as I said, those challenges can be made easier or they can be made more difficult depending on our reaction, depending on how we deal with whatever is happening. And that is based on how much emotional pain that we are carrying, that we are filtering our own strength through. So, in other words, we may be only using a very slight capacity of our own strength, our own intelligence, our own wherewithal, because our emotional pain is hiding these things. We may not be able to even see the gifts that the world is trying to bring us in any moment because we are trained somehow to only perceive difficulties and to not expect miracles, not to expect kindness, not to expect solutions. Many people are kind of trained from the time they grew up to buckle down and tolerate things or shore up and keep moving or just bully through whatever's happening. And all of this takes its toll. And on a spiritual path is not meant to change the world around us. Many people feel like they would just be okay if so and so would leave them alone, or their world would just be perfect if they had enough money to survive, or they didn't have to work. Many people feel that if outer circumstances are different, they would be fine. And yet, what is true, we are fine as we move through a healing process and uncover the gifts that are extremely natural to us. And we strengthen and bring to the surface the parts of us that are powerful, the parts of us that are extraordinary, the parts of us that know exactly how to respond to circumstances in order to survive in a beautiful way on this planet. On a spiritual path, we're not trying to change things outside of us. As I said, we're working to heal the inside of us and to bring to the surface what is already naturally there. Often on a spiritual path, we talk about needing to see our emotional pain more clearly so we're able to heal it. We also talk about the idea of going into all the nooks and crannies of our subconscious and unconscious so that we can really purge and heal anything that may be holding us back. What we don't often say is in the recesses of our subconscious and unconscious and underneath all of that pain lie the purest form of our own selves and our own self-expression and the totality of who it is that we are, who we came here to be, and our unique gifts. Those things, the core true nature of us, has been protected, so to speak, by all the different ways we created barriers, shields, we put up walls and fences to protect that tender, beautiful part of us from what we perceived at some point growing up as an out of control and wild and dangerous world. On a spiritual path, we're working to reverse that and to find a way to allow that part of us, our true nature, to express itself in the world unhindered, and that trusting that that itself is our truest place of safety, that safety is not happening because we've created a network of smoke screens and walls and barriers that are filled with different aspects of our emotional pain. That isn't protection. That is not only stopping us from seeing the gifts and the wonderment of the world around us, but it is stopping us from seeing our own gifts and our own wonderment. And we wonder why sometimes that it feels like we feel suppressed and inhibited and aren't able just to be pure in the moment and have fun and feel joy.